Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Bossy, and I'm here with a story time video. Now let me just say this, you guys, before I start this story. These stories that I tell you are true. They are about me, and a lot of my stories I tell you guys are going to revolve around Bob, which is my baby father. Bob is not his real name. That's just a name I gave him so that I ain't putting his name out here in these streets. But a lot of this stuff, well, all of this stuff, anything involving Bob, I was young, I was dumb, I just didn't want to leave him alone. I just was an idiot when it came to him, just right down stupid. And so yeah, y'all can comment in these videos, but I mean, I don't care. I'm gonna share them with y'all. It doesn't affect me anymore. He's, just the father of my 3 girls. We ain't got no relationship like that, so I could care less. So, and I don't mind telling y'all these stories. So yeah, now that that is out of the way, I'm gonna get into this juicy story. And this is about the time that he got someone pregnant and had a baby on me while we were together. Can y'all believe that? And yeah, this happened, y'all, right after I had my first child, and I had 2 more after that by him. Stupid, but I'm gonna tell y'all how that happened though. But I'm gonna just let y'all know. So you guys, I'm just gonna get straight to the point. One day, me and Bob went to Walmart or Hypermart, whatever you want to call it, to get our daughter like some pull-ups or, you know, good nights to sleep in. She was about 2 and a half, but I think she was about 2. I really can't remember, but yeah, we went to go get her some like pull-ups and stuff. And I was actually in the aisle getting like paper towels and toilet paper and things like that. And right before we were about to leave, I told him, I was like, oh,
make sure you go get her pull-ups,
because I completely forgot, and that was the main reason we had came to the store. So I had sent him over to go get like the pull-ups and like some wipes. I think we still used wipes on her, I'm sure. I don't know, maybe not, but I know for a fact he went to get pull-ups, y'all. So he was over there for a minute. So finally I'm like, I'm tired of waiting. So I go over to where he was, and his back is like turned, like there is where they were at this Walmart, they were like in a corner, like the wipes and diapers and everything like that, and his back was like facing the diapers and stuff, but then like to the side there was more diapers and stuff. But as I walked upon him further, I noticed he was talking to someone. And when I got close up on him, I noticed he was talking to a girl that I went to school with. Now, I'm going to backtrack just a little bit. This girl that he was conversating with, I'm going to call her Tammy. We all went to the same high school. And my 9th grade year and, you know, maybe the first 3 or 4 months of my 10th grade year in high school, me and Tammy weren't BFFs, but we were really, really like close. We were real good friends. And eventually we fell out over some petty, stupid stuff. And then she actually got kicked out of the school and wasn't going to the school anymore. So we hadn't spoken or anything since then. But anyway, I walk upon him and he's talking to Tammy and Tammy's sister next to her. And the first thing I noticed when I walked up is that Tammy had she was like super skinny. When I say skinny, she wore like a size 0. She was a real lean, thin girl. She had a ball, looked like, underneath her little halter top shirt and her little jean skirt. And she looked like she was about a good 5 or 6 months pregnant. She looked about that. She could have been further, but yeah, she was pregnant. So I walked up, I'm like,
what are you doing? Come on, let's go.
And I looked at her and I was like,
What's up, Tammy?
She was like, what's up, Basima? And that was that. And she was like, all right, Basima, see y'all around. That was that. So once we get up to the cash register,
I'm like, what was y'all talking about?
he's like, nothing.
And she just seen me getting these pull-ups and stuff. She was like, what's up? How we doing?
Mind you, he had my daughter in the basket with him while he was going to get the pull-ups. And he was like, she was
Just telling me how Yanni is so pretty. She's such a pretty little girl. She hope her daughter is pretty like our daughter. And
I was like,
Oh, okay, whatever.
so anyway, time went on. And one day I had went over to my dad's house and Bob was with me. So I was actually in my dad's bedroom on his computer playing solitary, and Bob was actually in my old bedroom, just I guess chilling on my old bed and watching TV or whatever. And like how my room was at my dad's house, our rooms were kind of like connected. The door that was connected to my old room from my dad's room was open. So I could really hear, even though I was busy trying to play solitary on the computer, I could hear if he got on the phone. So his phone rang and he was talking to somebody. He was like,
nah, man, nah, you tripping.
and then he started whispering. So at that point, you know, was playing solitaire and I was trying to, you know, not make it noticeable that I had like stopped playing. So at this point, I'm like trying to eavesdrop and still play my game, but I'm trying to hear what he was saying, but I couldn't, y'all. It was too hard to try to hear. So then he got,
I'm like, who is that?
he was like, one of his homeboys.
And he was just saying what we was doing, what we was getting into.
And I was like, but
What else was y'all talking about? Because y'all sound like y'all was in a deep conversation.
and he was like, oh,
No, he ran into Tammy, and I guess Tammy had her baby or whatever.
I was like,
That's good. Why you telling you?
he was like, sure.
I don't know. Shoot, I have no idea.
A few weeks had passed and me and Bob were actually at my mom's house. I lived with my mom. I didn't live with my dad. You know, just chilling, watching TV or whatever. And I guess my mom had needed something from the store. So she had asked him if he would go for her. So he said yes. So he rushes out the house to go drive to the store to get my mom some stuff. In the process of doing this fool leaves his phone. Now, he has a lock on his phone. But I kind of thought I knew what the code might be, so I entered the code in once. It wasn't right. The second time I got it. It was the last 4 digits of his social security number. So I got it. And I still know that man's social security number. I don't know. But anyway, so I got into his phone. And the first thing I go to is his text messages. Yes, I went through his phone. And I'm just going through and just seeing texts, you know, between him and his homeboys. And then a few texts from people that didn't even have names, which were probably females. One was like, I miss you. I ain't seen you in forever. We should hook up and hang out like we used to. And I'm like, huh? But, and then one text really caught my eye. It said, Bob, what's up? You said you was gonna bring my baby some diapers. You promised you playing games. My baby needs some diapers. And that was it. And he responded back and said, I told you I was going to get him. Damn, chill out. At this point, I'm like, oh, hell no. So I'm about to scroll through to look at some more stuff. And then I hear the front door open. And I knew it's him. So I'm like, for a second, I got shook, like, oh shit, he gonna know I'm in his phone. So I started hurrying and trying to back out of stuff. But at this point, I'm mad, like, man, forget that. I'm not about to put this phone down. So he comes down in the den, telling me, where
My phone at, I see him.
Like right here. I was
like, hold up. I said,
who is this that misses you and y'all need to hook up and reconnect
again, and this and that. He was like, man,
Hey, there's somebody I used to go to my old school.
I said, we went to school together.
He was like, you know I went to another school after I left Westport.
I was like,
Well, whatever. What she got your number for? You ain't even had this phone that long.
he was like, man,
Man, I ain't got time
for that. And
I was like, whose baby you buying diapers for?
he was like, I mean, that man thought quick on his feet. He was like,
That's my cousin, baby. You know my cousin that just had the baby? He was like, I told her I was going to get her baby some diapers or whatever because she really needed me to get her baby some diapers.
And I'm like,
well, why she say about demanding? She need to get her own baby some diapers. Or call her baby daddy or something.
and he was like, man.
And I promised her, and I guess she really needs some diapers for her baby. So
I'm like,
yeah, okay, whatever.
stupid, y'all. Super stupid. When in my heart, I should have just kept at it and just like, nah, something ain't right. I should have kept at it after the girl was talking about I miss you and all this. One night, me and Bob are at home, well, at my home, because he wasn't on my lease or nothing. It was my apartment. He was just living there. So one day we were at my apartment and we were in my living room just watching movies, trying to have a movie night or whatever. And we were actually just sitting up against the couch that I was on when I was leaning over, when I was in pain, not knowing I was, you know, getting ready to have a baby. So yeah, that couch. So eventually we watching the movie, just I'm, you know, excited, we chilling. He's finally in the house. He's not out like he would be out every freaking weekend or every freaking weeknight when you're supposed to go to work. So his phone rings and I look and it's his mama. So I'm like, oh shit. So he was like, what's up, mama? She was like, Bob, I gotta tell you something. And she said something about papers or something. So he was like, he jumped up real quick and went in the bedroom and shut the door to talk. So I paused the movie and I'm trying to be real quiet or whatever. And he's talking to his mama, so I'm not about to get all up in their conversation. So he was like,
Mama, I didn't know. I promise I didn't know. I promise I didn't. It's cool. I know what I gotta do.
and I'm like, huh? What is he talking about? So he's in there like going back and forth with his mama. And then eventually he comes out the room. And he got this weird look on his face. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? What's up with that? He's like,
Bossy, I gotta tell you something.
and I was like,
What you gotta tell me? What happened?
Like, and then I'm getting nervous and scared.
I'm like, what's wrong? What happened?
He was like,
Alright then. You know, Tammy.
that's all he had to say. And it was a wrap. I said,
You bet not tell me. You bet not tell me that was your baby. I swear I will bust you in your shit. That bet not have been your baby.
he dropped his head down. I jumped off that ground so fast. He must have ran for that damn room and shut the door. So we back and forth at the door like he's trying to keep the door shut because we didn't have a lock on it. I'm trying to press it open with all my might. I didn't care about breaking no door down. Like I lost it, y'all. I was gone. Like I lost it. And he was like, Daddy,
Calm down.
I was, you know, cussing, saying every cuss word in the book. Get out of my house. You better get out. You go. This, and that. I mean, I was just crushed. Like, devastated is not even the word to describe what I felt when this happened. So, eventually, somehow, he got out the room and he ended up leaving and going to his mama's house. So, my cousin came over, shy. And she came over and tried to calm me down and stayed the night with me. But I cried all night. Like my eyes were puffed. I cried and cried and cried and cried so much because I could not believe. Like I should have known. Like he talked to every girl in the book. He was just not a good dude. Like he cheated on me so many times. You don't know all the stuff that I've been through. So I was just like, I couldn't believe he actually got somebody pregnant, especially somebody that I used to be cool with. The next morning I get up, you know, make Yanni her breakfast, and I'm just nursing my daughter, my middle child. And all of a sudden I hear a key and my door opens and in walks one of Bob's homeboys with like some groceries in his hand. He was like, what's up, bossy? Just walking through my living room to go into the kitchen to put the food down on the table. And I'm like,
what's up?
I'm thinking, what you doing here in my house? Next thing you know, in walks in Bob, and my blood pressure went through the roof. I damn near passed out. He walks through the door with a grocery bag, a diaper bag on his shoulder, and a baby on his arm. Y'all, I didn't even know what to do. Like, I was seeing all kinds of red. Like, it was not funny. I was beyond pissed. I said, what
are you doing here? You need to go. Get out of my house.
This fool is like,
Man, calm down. Chill out with all that.
comes over, sits his child on my lap, and goes to proceed to go get more groceries out of the car. She had her colorful little beads in her hair, and a little cute little purple like short set because it was hot, and her little white sandals. I gently picked up the little sweet little baby, put her right next to me on the couch. I proceeded to get up. Right when I was walking to the front door, he's walking in. I went to put my fist back and I stole on him. When I tell y'all I was pissed, I was going off on him, his friend. I told him to
get your baby, get out of my
house. Yeah, I try not to cuss on here because, you know, I got certain people watching me, like my daddy and stuff. But I was like,
get out of my house. Get out right
now. Like, this dude had the audacity to walk in my house that he didn't pay a bill on, he didn't pay rent on, nothing. Walked in my house and brought his child in my home. And brought his butt in my home. Like, why would you come back after I told you to leave the first time? Y'all, I couldn't believe it. I didn't know. I mean, like, how bold can you be? And then you sit her in my lap? Like, I'm going to just push her off right when you put her on me. She's still a child. She had nothing to do with any of this. Oh, let me tell y'all this too. Y'all know I told y'all in my I didn't know I was pregnant video, when a month after I gave birth to my second daughter, I ended up getting pregnant with my third daughter. So, like I told y'all, my daughter was like 2 or 3 months. I was already pregnant with my baby girl. But I didn't know it, y'all, until, you know, eventually later on down the line. But I didn't know it. So, I had already got pregnant by this Negro 3 times. But yeah, that was the last straw. I just couldn't do it no more. Like, that was the biggest thing that was just like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. Of course, I stayed with him up until my third child, my daughter, my third baby girl, was about 3 months old. After she turned 3 months, it was a done deal. It was over. I just had to go. That long and that many years of staying with somebody that wasn't worth my time and that I was too good for, it was ridiculous. And I had not wasted all those years of my life, but I'm so grateful for my 3 daughters that came from that relationship. And, you know, hey, it is what it is. Y'all don't feel bad for me because this happened like a long time ago. If y'all don't know, I'm 31 years old. This stuff happened from 17 to 22. So yeah, I've learned from this, and yeah, I've learned. But yeah, and I be wondering if he watches these videos. He ain't said nothing yet when he drops my daughters off. I don't know. Granted, we don't really talk at all, but I'm sure if he saw it, he probably had some stuff to say. But yeah, you guys, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, loves.
Bitch, I'm back. I'm popular the man.